Hello dear students, our today's topic is the introduction to GPAT and its benefit. The GPAT is Graduate Pharmacy Aptitude Test, which is the entrance examination for admission in the M-Pharma courses. So let's start with the presentation with a tribute to the People's President Sir Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, the missile man of India who devoted his entire life for the students and their upliftment. So dear students, with the GPAT, the first question arises that what is GPAT? So it is Graduate Pharmacy Aptitude Test. Now the second question arises that why this exam is important and what are the benefits by appearing in this examination. So dear students, this exam is important for the M-Pharm admissions in the top ranked pharmacy institutes like all the NIPERs, including NIPER Mohali, NIPER Raebareli, Guwahati, Ahmedabad, and so on, and the central universities of all around India and the various pharmacy institutes having the NIRF rankings like the Jamia Hamdard, the Dipsar Delhi, the Punjab University, and the various good ranked institutes all over the India. Now the major benefit is that for studying the for studying the M-Pharm course with a valid GPAT score, you will get around 12,300 rupees per month as a stipend. That is, will be continuously for 2 years based on your performance. So in 2 years, you will receive around 2,97,600 rupees for the study in the M-Pharm course. That is the biggest benefit. Now, the next question is, which government body conduct this examination and which body provide the stipend? So, it is the National Testing Agency, NTA, under the control of Ministry of Human Resource Development, conduct this examination all over India on various examination centers, and it is AICTE, that is All India Council of Technical Education, which award you the stipend directly into your bank account. The question is now, what is schedule of this examination for this year? Now for this year, the registration are likely to be start in the month of November. The admit cards will be issued by December 20. The date of examination will be January 21 and the result will be declared in the month of February 21. The next question is, what is eligibility of the student to appear in this examination? So every B.Pharm final year student who is in final year or even the pass out students with no age limit are eligible to appear in this examination. But B.Tech Pharmaceutical Science and the PharmD students are not eligible to appear in this examination. Now the next question is, how many times one can appear in this examination and what is the validity of the GPAT score? So dear students, you can appear for n times. There is no limit to appear in the examination. If you crack this examination, the validity of the GPAT score will be of 3 years. So a B Pharm third year student can also attempt this examination, and if he secured good percentile, then he or she can be get admitted into the M.Pharm course once he or she pass the B.Pharm final year examination. The next question is, what is pattern of this examination? So dear student, this is a 3-hour computer based online test without having break in between, and the exam contains total 125 multiple choice questions, and one question carries 4 marks. So the exam is of 500 marks. For every correct answer, 4 marks will be awarded, while for every wrong answer, 1 mark will be deducted. That means for every wrong answer, minus 1 mark will be there. So suppose if you attempt all 125 questions, and if your 70 answers are right and 55 answers are wrong. So for correct answer, you will secure 280 marks. For wrong answer, your 55 marks will be deducted. So your score will be 225 marks. And if you attempt only 70 questions and all are right, if you do not attempt the wrong, if you do not attempt the wrong answers, then your score will be 280 marks. So if you compare 280 with 225, there is a huge difference. So it is always advised to attempt only those questions to whom you can answer correctly. So this is my advice also, that please don't ever try the questions whose answers are doubtful. Give answer only to that questions whose answer you know as a perfect one. Now the next question is, what is syllabus of this examination? So dear students, you have to go through the 19 subjects of your B Pharma course, which you have already studied in the 4-year degree course. The syllabus consists of the 19 subjects like physical chemistry, physical pharmacy, organic chemistry, pharmaceutical chemistry, pharmaceutics, pharmacology, pharmacognosy, pharmaceutical analysis, biochemistry, biotechnology, microbiology, pathophysiology, biopharmaceutics, clinical pharmacy, APHE, that is anatomy, physiology and health education, pharmaceutical engineering, pharmaceutical management, pharmaceutical jurisprudence, and dispensing and hospital pharmacy. All these 19 subjects are included in the syllabus of your B Pharma. Now for the simplicity, here is the list of some valuable reference books. So dear students, please note down the authors of these particular subjects. These books are the good quality of reference books. For physical chemistry, the authored books are Atkins and D.W. Ball. For physical pharmacy, it is Martin and Cooper and Gunn. For organic chemistry, you have to go through the books like one authored by Morrison and Boyd and Finar. For pharmaceutical chemistry of GPAT syllabus, you have to go through various books including Block and Roche, Remington, Foy's medicinal chemistry, Wilson Griswold's medicinal chemistry, and Indian Pharmacopoeia. For pharmaceutics, you have to go through the books authored by Lackman, Gilbert, Alton, and Ansel. For pharmacology, it is the Rang and Dale, Goodman and Gilman, Katzung, and K.D. Tripathi. For pharmacognosy, the best books are authored by Trees and Evans, T.E. Wallis, Taylor, Gokhlen Kokate, and R.D. Chaudhary. For pharmaceutical chemistry, you have to go through this very important book, which is called as Vogel's Textbook of Quantitative Analysis. The other books are authored by Silverstein and Y.R. Sharma, which are dealing with the spectroscopic analysis. The next subject is biochemistry, for which you have to go through Leininger, Harper, and Satyanarayan. For biotechnology, the books are Glick and Pasternak, Goldschee and Jaworski. For microbiology, you have to go through the books like Pelzer and Reed, Hugo and Russell, Prescott and Dunn. For pathophysiology, the books are Hirsch-Mehta and William and Wilkins. For biopharmaceutics, you have to go through the books authored by Gibalti, Notary, Shergill, and my loving one, Brahmankar and Jaiswal. For clinical pharmacy, you have to go through the books like Merchant and Kadri, Parth Sarthi, and W.E. Hassan. For APHE, we have a very specific books, Guyton and Hall and Tortora. For pharmaceutical engineering, we have the book like Badger and Benchero, Subramaniam, CVS. For pharmaceutical management, the book is Birenshaw and Sachin Etkar. For jurisprudence, you have to go through the book authored by B.M. Mithal and N.K. Jain. For dispensing and hospital pharmacy, syllabus of GPAT, you have to go through the books like Cooper and Gunn and Merchant and Kadri. So dear student, that is the list of important reference books. Now one question arises in the mind of a student, that how much time is required to prepare for this examination. So dear students, there are total 19 subjects in which you have to go through around 150 major subtopics. So for 150 subtopics, you will require almost 1500 hours. So if you study 5 hours a day, that means you will be in requirement of 300 days, that will make up around 10 months. Now the question is how one can start study in the month of October, November, and how he or she can crack this examination. So for this purpose, you have to practice and work smartly. Here smart means be specific, measurable, attainable, relevant and timely. Now if we observe this analysis, we find that in the year 2020, the topper, Mr. Omar Khan, had secured 315 marks out of 500 and his percentile was 100. In 2019, Miss Ankita Yavalkar secured 302 marks and her percentile was 100. In 2018, Miss Ranjana Jain secured 336 marks and her percentile was 100. That means we have to focus on securing around 320 marks. That means we have to attempt 80 questions correctly. But the student with 160 to 180 marks, that means who attempt only 40 to 45 right questions, can also secure 95 to 97 percentiles. And if the students belongs to the category like the OBC, SC, ST and the other ones, so the cutoff marks will be less one, that is around 90 to 130 or 140. That means if a student attempt only 25 to 40 questions correctly, he or she as per category can be easily eligible to qualify in this examination. So dear students, here is an important analysis for you made by us. This analysis will told you that how many questions were there in the previous examination subject wise. So if we look at this analysis, we find that the majority of the questions were from organic chemistry, pharmaceutical chemistry, pharmaceutics, pharmacology, pharmacognosy, pharmaceutical analysis, and some other subjects. So our strategy should be such that to focus only on the subjects from where we have the majority of questions. So here is a strategy to success and clear the GPAT examination. So dear student, the first strategy should be to focus on subjects having the maximum questions, or from where we have questions to whom we can answer with some logical way or with some logical study. So our strategy to success is to focus on the subjects like organic chemistry, pharmaceutical chemistry, pharmaceutics, pharmacology, pharmacognosy, biopharmaceutics, management, jurisprudence, physical chemistry, and physical pharmacy. From these subjects altogether we have around 90 questions. So if one can answer 25 to 50 or 60 questions only correctly, then he or she can easily crack this examination. Now, it is always advised to make notes of important topics from good reference books, and this notes should be in own handwriting in a register with highlighting the important words. So when you highlight the important words, they can be easily scanned into our brain and can remain there for longer period of time. So this kind of practice is good if you are attempting this examination in short period of time. And our next strategy is to start with 6 hour per day study schedule, and we have to prefer the daytime, about 4 hours in the morning schedule and about 2 hours in the afternoon schedule. That means we have to start with a 6 hour study. After 6 hours study schedule, we can accelerate the number of hours as per our capacity. And I always advise to solve and attempt the mock test oblique the mock test series, so that one can be in practice in solving the questions and the paper within the time period. And the last strategy to achieve success is that on the final day of examination, during solving the test, please don't attempt any question whose answer have a doubt, because if you answer that questions, you will be, it might possible that you will have a negative marking also. So dear students, that is all about the introduction, the key features and strategy to success in the GPAT examination. Thanks for watching the video. Please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.